I see. Did you just come in, or did you have to wait for a while to get in here?
I have to wait for a while, then managed to get in.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on. I started the chat, the video for almost 20 minutes and nobody came in. So when I just turn off the chat and the video and restart, then everybody start coming in. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, is there anything I can do for you?
Just a quick questions. One day I've been practicing meditations for a couple of years. But every sitting, right, there is a lot of thoughts. I'm trying to think of how to reduce the thoughts, right? But eventually, more thoughts coming in, and I can say that for the past 2 years, most of the sittings, right, are full of thoughts. I would like to know that how the thoughts is formed and why the thoughts is continued by the other thoughts.
This is the nature of the mind. It's constantly thinking. And the only way to stop it is to use sati or mindfulness. And the way to use mindfulness, you have to be proactive. You have to chant a mantra or chant some chanting verses. If you can constantly chant a mantra, then you cannot go think about other things. But when you stop chanting, then you'll start thinking about other things again. So this is what you have to do at the beginning to stop your thought by using your thought for some other purpose. Instead of thinking about the past or the future, you think about the chanting, just reciting a mantra, Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. Or if you can remember some short verses like Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato, just keep reciting that. Then you cannot go think about other things. So you have to be proactive and you have to push yourself. You cannot expect your thought just to stop. It will never stop. So you have to pull your thought away and direct it to a mantra or some verses and keep reciting that. If you can keep doing this, eventually your mind will stop thinking. And then you can control your thought that way. And you have to do this before you meditate. You have to try to do it as much as possible. Actually, you can do it in your waking hours from the time you get up. Even when you're doing something, if what you do is routine and doesn't need any thought, then just keep reciting a mantra to stop your thought, to prevent the mind from thinking about something else. So this is something you must do. Then when you can do this, when you sit and meditate, then you can continue on chanting or using a mantra. Or if your mind begin to become calm and you think that you don't need to chant or recite a mantra, then you can observe your breath, watching your breath instead. So this is basically what you need to do. Okay?
Yeah. So even while chanting the mantra, right, the thoughts also, the mind also can run off, thoughts also can develop from there.
Yes,
so that, yeah, sorry.
You have to compete with your thought. Don't worry about what the thought wants to say. You keep reciting your mantra or keep chanting. Then eventually, if you win, then your thought will stop, or at least become less and become less active. Let's put it that way.
I think there is one.
Okay.
There's one sitting, right? When I was observing my thoughts, right? Suddenly there is a thoughts coming in saying that, hey, why that is thoughts keep developing? Is it that we are too attached to, or is it being influenced by the greed, hatred, and delusions that we have?
Well,
that
see, your whole existence rely on your thoughts. Everything you do rely on what you think. You have to think before you can do anything. Before you can say anything, you have to think first. Before you can do anything, you have to think first. So you always use your thought as the spearhead, as something to lead your life. So it's not easy for you to stop because you're not used to stopping it. But once you have uh, come across the teaching of the Buddha, and the Buddha will tell you that your thought can be dangerous and be harmful for you. That you should learn how to curb and control your thought. If you can stop your mind from thinking, you'll find something else that you never experienced before. That is peace and inner peace and happiness. And then it will then make you realize that all this time that you've been looking for happiness, it's just here inside yourself, not outside. Not after money, not people, or anything that can really make you happy. What makes you happy is when you stop thinking. So this is why we have to develop mindfulness and meditate, because it's where we will find real happiness, true happiness. Because this happiness belongs to us, we can keep it with us. But happiness that depends on other things or people, you cannot keep it with you. So when you lose people, you lose things, the happiness you have will disappear. Okay?
thank you, Bante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
How do you come by this chat through the
I
website,
have
the Facebook page?
Facebook page.
Yes. And how long have you been trying to get into this chat? Many minutes? How long?
Yeah, it's about I think around 5 to 10 minutes around that. It will have a message coming in saying that the host is having another meeting in progress. So we are just keep waiting and waiting.
I see. I'm not sure what happened because I, I was just sitting there waiting and nobody came in until I decided to end the meeting. So when I end the meeting, then I restart the meeting. That's when people start coming in. Anyway, we have about three people in here now, but somehow they're still not available. So if you like to ask more questions, you are welcome to do so.
Bante, is it very difficult to develop mindfulness? Sorry, it's a damn questions.
It's something like you have to commit yourself to. If you commit yourself to, then nothing is impossible. But if you're not committing yourself, you just thought do it like casually, then you will find it very difficult. But if you say I have to do it, like if you want to swim, you have to force yourself to learn to swim. Then eventually you'll know how to swim. But if you don't force yourself to do it, commit yourself, be serious, be honest. Yeah, I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to develop mindfulness. Why don't you try to make a resolution from now on? As soon as you get up, you have to start reciting the mantra, Bhutto, 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 and see how far can you go with your mantra. Because in the morning when you get up, you don't have to sing a lot. When you do your routine chore, like washing your face, brushing your teeth, this you don't have to think. So try to use the mantra to stop your thought. Then when you can use the mantra to stop your thought or listen your thought, you'll feel your mind becoming lighter and easier. And you can appreciate the work that you have done. the reciting of the mantra becomes beneficial, and you can see the benefit, and it will then encourage you to do more reciting of the mantra. But you have to do it. Try tomorrow, as soon as you get up, and say, I want to start reciting the Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. And as I continue doing what I have to do to prepare myself for work or for whatever activity I have to do, see how much you can do that. Because you can do this when you sit, your mind will not be restless, will not be thinking a lot. You can force it to recite the mantra, or you can force it to watch your breath. And if you persist, eventually your mind will become calmer and calmer, and maybe become perfectly still. This is the goal of your practice, mindfulness and meditation, to still your mind. Because when your mind becomes still, you become happy. You have inner peace. The whole world is temporarily disappear from your mind. All your worries and anxiety and fear will temporarily disappear. And you can appreciate the benefit of meditation. Okay, I see you have your family with you, your husband and your daughter.
Yeah, yeah. My kids, my two daughters and my husband, they are in the living hall.
Where are you in Malaysia? In Kuala Lumpur?
Sorry?
Where are you in Malaysia? Where in Malaysia?
Yeah, we are in Malaysia, Penang, the northern Penang. Yeah,
Have you visited Thailand?
yeah. I went to I couldn't recall the place name, but it's Longpo Bontri Monastery. I think in 2018, and also Longpo Sumeto Monastery. That place, the two monastery I went visited. I think last year November, one of my friend visited Ajahn, Ajahn Yu. I asked her to help me to bring over a bottle of honey to offer to Ajahn. May Ajahn always be well, healthy, and and also good health.
Yes, we have people from Malaysia coming constantly to the monastery to listen to my Dhamma talk and to offer donation and things to support the Sangha. But right now, unfortunately, we have to close the monastery to outsiders. People cannot come in and participate in a regular activity, except for giving food in the morning, either on arms round or coming to the dining hall and offer some food. And that's about the only activity that people are allowed to come into the temple and monasteries in Thailand. So, how long have you been studying Buddhism, Dhamma?
It's quite long, but it's quite recently quite active. When I was young, I followed my mom to the temple to do dana. So I think only last two recent years, more active in Buddhism practice. But a few Bantes that from Thailand, Lompo Dan, Lompo Buntre, they all came to Penang in 2018 in one of the villa in the middle of the forest of the hill, in Penang. They came over here during Vasa in 2018. That is where the opportunity for me to get closer to Buddhism teaching from there.
How long have you been trying to meditate?
Oh, it's 2-3 years at least. Every morning, I try my best to wake up at around 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning. But honestly, Bante, always struggle to wake up that early. Always give myself excuse to sleep back. Then when I wake up, I try to meditate. But oftentimes it wanders off. The mind wanders off.
If you cannot meditate, you should just do some chanting first, because this can curb or slow your thoughts. And then when you feel you don't have much thought, then you can meditate, watching your breath. And then you cannot, you can try just do some chanting. If you know some sutta or some verses, Buddham Sarana Gacchami, just keep reciting that. It can help curb your thoughts, and you might become calm. And if your mind become calm enough to be able to watch your breath, you just watch your breath. Try it, okay? But
Yes.
when you're not meditating, try to recite a mantra. Try to develop mindfulness. Or you can keep forcing your mind to observe, focus what you're doing at the moment. This is mindfulness of the body. Walking, standing, sitting, doing things. Just keep watching your activity, your body activity. Then your mind cannot go think about other things. If it does, you can use the mantra with watching the body. Like when you're eating and you cannot concentrate on your eating, then you use a mantra to help your concentration. You have to be proactive. You cannot just let it happen. It doesn't happen. Okay. All
Thank
right.
you, Bante. Yeah.
The only person that's in the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other
Yeah.
person is still trying to connect galaxy worldwide.
Oh, Bante, you want to try to disconnect and connect again?
I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's just
Yeah.
you can continue on talking if you like. If you have any more questions, or if you want to contribute, say anything.
Bante, is it right to put an expectations or a goal for our meditations? Like we wish to attain stillness, we wish to attain at least Sotapanna in this life in the most comfortable manner. You know, is it right to put these expectations in the practice?
That should be the secondary goal. The primary goal is to do the practice to get to the secondary goal. Yes, we all want still. We want to become enlightened. We want to attain Nibbana. But we have to set up our goal in our practice. And I have to keep on practicing. Because practicing the Dhamma will lead you to your goal, not your wishing to get the goal, to get to the goal. It will not get you there. But you have to know where you want to go. Right? You want to get rid of your samsara, your you know your cycle of rebirth. But in order to get there, you need to practice. Uh, you need to practice charity, dana. You need to practice sila. You need to practice uh, Bhavana, which is mind development, Vipassana, Samatha Bhavana, and Vipassana Bhavana. This is where you should set up your goal to do the practice. Once you do the practice, then the goal that you want to attain to will follow you after. See?
Mm. Bante, we all know, this body is impermanent. We all know that, the in samsara is so suffering. Sometimes that I'm more willing to let go of the body because of so much of the pain, and so much of the discomfort in the body and all this. But yet, all this we are able to see, and yet we can't see the true of the Dharma yet. Why is it so hard to attain stillness? even we are able to know that all these are impermanent, non-self sufferings, we are aware, but yet it's so difficult to achieve to that
Because your
stage.
mind constantly being bombarded with your delusion, the delusion of yourself, the delusion of the world that you are living in. So it makes you unable to see the truth. The delusion will lead you to look only at the, the illusion side of your existence. It doesn't allow you to see the reality of your existence. It keeps blocking you from seeing aging, sickness, and death, separation, or even to the point where you don't want even to think about it. You don't want to think about the truth. So that's why you are constantly being deluded or deceived by your mind, and saying what you do right now is the right thing, when in fact it's the wrong thing. It leads you to nowhere. It leads you to aging, sickness, and death. And everything that you have accomplished or have acquired will all disappear at the time of death. And then you have to return and restart over again. But once you have come across the teaching of the Buddha, then you know that the existence that you have right now is not is not the right kind of existence. You should then switch the existence by following the teaching of the Buddha, following the Noble Eightfold Path, to have to think rightly, to say rightly, and to do rightly, to have right livelihood, to have the right way of controlling your thoughts and your mind in order to bring peace and happiness, real peace and happiness. So you need to study of the teaching of the Buddha. Keep studying the teaching because it will help dispel your delusion. But as soon as you don't study or you don't think about the Buddha's teaching, you'll get your delusion will then come back and lead you, deceive you to go think that in order to be happy, you have to have money, you have to have possession, you have to have people and things. So you should study the Dhamma regularly. In Buddhism, we are taught to at least the minimum is once a week. We have observance day. That's the day when we should study the teaching of the Buddha and then try to follow his teaching by practicing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all from me, Bhante. Yeah.
So first you need to study, then you have to apply the study in your practice, which is basically donation or charity, giving to make people happy, giving things that you don't really need, things that you have more than you can use, like money or whatever. It will make you happier than spending money on holiday or buying something. And then it will then enable you to be virtuous. It will make you want to keep the precept. Because when you are charitable, you are kind, and you don't want to hurt other people. So you'll find keeping the precept not difficult. And once your mind has no problem with doing something bad from not keeping the precept, you won't have any guilty feeling to disturb you when you meditate. So this is what the Buddha teaches in 3 steps. First is charity, then sila, or the precepts, and then meditation, bhavana. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you do? Do you work or do you just stay at home, look after
No,
your
I'm working. I'm
you?
working.
So
Yeah.
I know it's your husband or your partner, whoever. Do you have a husband?
Yeah, I have a husband. My husband also working.
I see. So who look after your children?
If working day, we send them to daycare. Then daycare will take care of them and send them. Later, they will go to schools.
After work, you take them back from daycare.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in the morning before the work, you send them to daycare.
Yeah.
So this is what you do, just running around, making money, then looking after your family. Then,
Yeah.
then you don't get anything more than that. The happiness you get is brief, right? When you go on holiday, when you buy things you want to buy, then you feel happy for a while. Being reminded that I'm running out of time. So
Oh,
I have only 40 minutes to each session. So it's nice talking to you, and I hope you can learn something today and apply it in your practice. Maybe the next time we'll talk again.
yes. Sadhu Bante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. May you be well, healthy, and long life, Bante.
Remaining meeting time, well, there's still nine more minutes left. So
Still
just,
9 more minutes.
yeah, okay. I thought it was gonna end right there. And this is just the basic. This is the free version. It's good enough. 40 minutes is not enough. So I just want to use. This is my second time using this application. So I just want to sort of learning it, getting how to use it properly. So maybe I can use it later on to connect with
Yeah.
people. But
Yeah.
today, like I told you when I first started, no one came in. I waited for 15 minutes. And I said, I don't know what's.
The the invite is sent out so last minute. In fact, I just saw it like 1 or 2 minutes. Then immediately I quickly joined the Zoom. It's quite late. It sent out the invite. If let's say we send out ahead of time, then people will aware. We can send out inform other Dharma friends that to join.
Yes, but last time when I tried, as soon as I started, I had 4 or 5 people coming in right away. So maybe it's just a matter of the people coming at the right time to,
Yeah.
to the Facebook page and see the posting, and then they might just click on the Zoom. If you don't have an application, they will direct you to download it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Did you have this application already in your?
I have it. I have it in my laptop. Yeah.
So you don't need to you don't need
I
to.
installed once already. So the continued subsequent Zoom meeting does not require me to install it again.
I see. So tell me how you do it when you see my posting on the Facebook. You just click on the link, right?
Yeah. And enter the password.
Or you have to put the password yourself.
Yes.
Once you have
Yes.
to put it in, then it will then start your Zoom application.
Yeah.
But you have to wait for a while before you
Yes.
get
There
to.
is a message come out saying that the host is in progress of, I mean, the host is hosting another meeting at the same time. So I have to wait for 5 to 10 minutes around that, then only successfully join.
I see. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what happened because I was in meeting with nobody. I was just there all alone by myself for about 15 minutes. Yeah,
I
so I
see.
had to end the meeting and then restart again. So as soon as I restart, I have people coming in, 4 or 5 people coming right away. And you're the only one who can get through. The other people seem to just disconnect or for whatever reason, I don't know. Okay, there's about 6 more minutes left. Is there anything else you want to say?
I don't have anything else what to say. Yeah. I think you have answered all my questions that I have in mind.
Have you been following my Facebook page regularly?
Yes, yes, and
Okay.
reading most of the Dhamma talk, the questions that ask, in English. I've been reading that, following that as well.
Have you also watched my YouTube channel?
YouTube, occasionally YouTube. Mostly is more on reading the posting in Facebook. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for the conversation. Thank you for the meeting. And I hope that it can help you or benefit you somewhat and move you toward closer to the path of enlightenment.
Sadhu, sadhu,
Okay.
sadhu, Bhante. Yeah,
I wish
yeah.
you
Take care. Bye.
good luck and
Yeah,
good health and safe from the virus.
yeah. Same to Bhante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Yeah.
10 days, 30 days. So I was trying to go to your temple. So when I submit the letter, they say, okay, you can come. But when I look at the criteria, it's a bit tough. I'm scared I cannot take it.
Okay.
Yes.
What's about it? It's eating one
Huh?
day.
Maybe the walking distance, that kind of thing. But maybe I will try. I will try to go down, because I have hear your teaching, and I think it's very enlightening and easy to understand.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
You ask any question?
Yes, because normally when I meditate, I always go to my breathing or in my nose. Okay, the breathing in and the breathing out. And but the thing is that I keep on doing that, and it get boring.
Yeah.
And the mind will go elsewhere.
Yeah, because it's not exciting watching your breath.
Yeah. Not exciting.
But think of the benefit that you get afterwards. Your mind becomes.
Huh?
You should think about the benefit you get afterwards. Your mind
Yeah.
calm, peaceful, and happy. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Boring.
Boring. And sometimes get impatient.
Yes, this is another problem. You just have to just be patient. Maybe it doesn't happen right away. You might have to
Yes.
times. But if you persist, I think eventually you will.
Benefit.
Yes, you will get the result.
Yeah.
Just take time. Some people can do it quicker, and some people take longer time. Depends on the mindfulness, the strength of the mindfulness.
The strength of the mindfulness. Because I retreat in Chiang Mai, the Wat Rampang. Wat Rampang. They asked me to go focus.
Yes.
And that time we visit the Thailand, the Ajahn Kakino. Okay, Ajahn Kakino, the place that the one at Chiang Mai, also further up from Chiang Mai. Right, we also went there before.
Yeah.
I think I'm very lucky to click and see you here. I feel so lucky, so touched.
Yes, this is an impromptu, no planning.
Yeah.
Just
I just anyhow click and I see you here. I was so shocked,
good. Can I say hello to Honor View 10? There's another.
Yes.
Honor View, can you come in?
Can. You mean my again? Sorry.
No, there's another person in the room also.
Oh, okay.
Her name is
So yes.
Can you talk now, Honor View?
Okay.
Somehow.
There's.
I cannot see now, and I'm not sure how to do it.
Not sure how to do it, huh? I see. You can.
Oh no, she's on now. Okay.
Yeah. He's there. You need to scroll to see the people.
So
You can talk to. I think they can hear you.
everybody can hear, right? But
Yes, everybody can hear and everybody can see each other actually.
yeah, but
Can
only
see 50 people, 50.
but only one people can talk at a time, right?
No, more people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me
She can talk. She can talk.
let me say hello to her.
Okay.
Hello,
Hi.
hello, Pante, Ajahn.
Hi.
Yeah, very good evening to all of you. And I'm so happy that I can join this first time Zoom meeting.
First
I'm
time.
so happy on that. Yes. Actually, I don't know how to operate the button. I just try and see. And maybe it's my karma to meet Ajahn that I can see through the picture. This is my karma. Yeah. So, and Thomas also in Singapore. Okay.
Yeah. You Singapore also, right?
No. I'm from Penang, Malaysia. Here, I used
Penang.
to follow these Ajahns Dhamma talk in a Facebook and some of these live talk. Right, those have retreat and they have some query to this Ajahn. I very appreciate that because some of the experience from the retreats, right, may be useful as my guidance because I have this kind of experience. So from there, I will learn how to improve my meditations. Yeah, because in the past I've been practice. I think 10 years ago or 15 years ago vipassana, but it's not sustained for me. Then after that I luckily I met these my friends, which is also study in this anapanasati, right? Really give me a guidance how I start this anapanasati until now. I think it's almost 4 years. Yeah, it's very helpful, and I feel that I gain a lot of this mindfulness. But one thing is because we have a lot of this sensual pressure, right? So it's that means our mind is keep on like a monkey, jump here, jump there. It's not consistent.
Because your mindfulness is not consistent. You have to keep developing your mindfulness until you have continuous mindfulness. Can you hear me? Your picture seems to hang up.
Can hear you, Ajahn. Can hear you.
All right.
The mindfulness, I mean the meditations practice in the morning and evening will be different because at the morning times my meditation is very peaceful, it's very mindful because no disturbance. But whereas come to evening, because the whole day of activity, right, my mind will keep on running here, running there. But I always take notes on my this mind keep on running.
Yes, this is the problem. This is the problem with lay people. They have to work, so they have to sing a lot when they work. So by the time they get home, the thought about work still lingers, and it took a while before they dispel. So it's better in the morning when you have rested and get up, and you forgot about work.
Yes, restlessness.
But there's no need
Yes,
to do as a lay person. Unless you go into a retreat from time to time. You should, on your weekend, on your day off, try to go to a retreat. Try to go to a somewhere where you can be alone, and then you concentrate the whole day for your practice. And that will give you some result. If not, then you will just sort of like walking 2 steps ahead and walking 2 steps backward,
yes,
not getting anywhere.
yes. It will not meet the ultimate goal. I understand that. So in the past few months ago, I just practiced like a morning retreat at this one of the temple in Penang here, Vihara, Nandaka. But it's not enough because the retreat need to be take about 1 week. Then only you will sustain your mindfulness. right? You will train your mind to be settled down. But the practice for my own is I just join for half session. That means this morning and the evening, then I will go back. But it still is not the compact as normal whole week or 1 month retreats. The results, I can feel that.
That's why eventually
Yes.
you have to become an ordained. You have to ordain.
Yes.
You don't have to have
Yes.
all the time to do practice.
Full time,
Yes.
go full time.
But right
Yes,
now,
I wish to, because I think in the 10 years ago I've been to Thailand. The name of Mahamongku, the temple, right? I went there for retreat twice. I think it's 1 week the whole. So the result will be different compared to only like half sessions, like 1 day session is. So the result will be different, as I know. Yeah. So before I go for this really intensive retreat, I will, as a layman, right, I need to really have a good intention, my urge to practice at home at least 1 hour. This is my ultimate goal.
yes.
Yeah. But sometimes it's too many of sensual pressure. It costs me like how to say, it costs me like my mind will keep on thinking of the sensual pressure, like I want to going out or something like this. My mind will keep on running. But at least I know that what is happening on my mind of thinking, and I will pull back to my breath.
That's right. You just
Yeah.
have to keep being mindful and stop your thoughts. If you keep thinking about going out, eventually you won't be able to resist your desire to go.
Yes.
But if you can,
Yes. Yes.
by concentrating on something like a mantra, or watch your breath, or watch what you do in the moment, then you might be able to stop going out.
Yeah. But talk about my mantra. When I if let's say I really restless, that means I cannot concentrate even on my breath, then only I will use my mantra, because I want to program my brain, right, to really put in my focus point as my anapanasati, my breath here. If let's say very serious confusion or something, then only I will use the mantra to come down on my mind. This is how I practice. As Ajahn has mentioned, step by step. Okay, if let's say worst to worst, mantra also cannot work, so we'll be only recite for this Buto. It's really helped me. Sadhu to you, Ajahn. I follow up on your steps, right, on the sharing of the Dhamma. Because before you go further on the meditations, I feel that Dhamma also important, because from the Dhamma we have the knowledge. From the knowledge we imply into our mind. Then when we practice, we will recall all the wholesome Dhamma into our thinking, our mind. Then when we meditate, we will all the wholesome come inside. So very sadhu to you, Ajahn.
Yes, you have to first study the Dhamma before you practice, because if you don't study, then you might go on the wrong path. Once you study, then you
Yes.
know what you're supposed to do. So when you practice, then you can practice correctly and use the Dhamma
Yes.
study to remind you what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, and Ajahn Dhamma is very detailed and it's very so-called, it's not a basic, it's very deep Dhamma. So I learned from the Dhamma from Ajahn, it's like very deep inside. I mean the Dhamma is very deep. So from there I can understand instead of the basic one. So I keep follow up on this Facebook. What is the steps of this nimitta, all these things, right? So I keep on upgrade myself to understand on all this Dhamma. Right, because in the past, I can share my experience. I think I had these depressions and anxiety and under medications. I think 6 to 7 years ago. All right, and then that if you take medications, it's not help. But by these meditations, it's really helped me to recover all this kind of anxiety and depressions. But you have to urge ourselves need to be very strong determinations, believe in this Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. This is a basic fundamental. And then keep on practicing that meditation is the only way to help this kind of like a mental problems. So that's why, 3 years, I'm free from medications and I'm consistent and I'm very peaceful, and meditation is the only way to help me.
Good to hear that. Makes me have the encouragement to continue on teaching.
Yes. And then Ajahn Dhamma teaching also is teach us the truth, okay, the Dhamma's truth, which is sometimes, you know, that in our Chinese culture, we believe a lot of these rituals, like some things, Taoism. So it will correct confusions. But now I'm very clear what is the directions and what is the Buddha's teaching. So very confident. Like, you know, especially for the Taoists, on the hungry ghosts, we need to go and pray, all these type of things. If you don't pray, the ghost will come to you, all these kind of things. So by teaching of the Dhamma, the truth, right, we really have a strong stand firm that this is just a ritual and a belief.
What really affects you is your karma, your good and your bad karma, nothing else.
Yes.
Will impact you negatively, when the good karma will impact you positively. Hi.
Yes.
Just believe.
But yes, I believe karma. In the past, I was a bit confused. When I'm down and depressed, I was thinking, is it sometimes I can get angry on the Buddha's teaching in the past on the Dhamma. Then I feel that it's very useless for me. But when I have clear understanding, the knowledge of the Dhamma, I very, very respect and very salute to this Buddha's teaching. This is the truth. And then it's cultivate my mind, accepting like the truth, the phenomena is like when we one day we can get sick, how we let go the sickness, and it's the matter of our mind, it's not body of sickness. So when I have this kind of like a sickness, okay, I will recall Ajahns teaching, say that, okay, impermanence, one day you can be sick, one day you can be recovered, and all this is a phenomena, it's a natural phenomena.
That's right.
Sometimes I will not accept it. My mind will still prefer to have a sensual pleasure. That means it's something wonderful, something beautiful. When it comes to ugliness or negative side, our mind cannot accept. This is the lacking that I need to practice to accept all, whether it's a positive or negative. We need to accept it.
That's right. Our life consists of both the positive and the negative, and we just have to learn to accept them equally by having
equanimity.
And this can help with meditation. When you meditate.
Ajahn.
Okay.
Ajahn.
Yes.
I have to leave.
Okay.
I have to leave. Okay. Satu.
We can continue.
We'll see you again. Thank you. Remember me, Thomas from Singapore. I see you again. Thank you.
Okay,
Satu.
sadhu to you, Thomas.
Yeah. Good night.
Okay, sadhu.
Okay. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I think maybe I think it's a time for Ajahn to have a rest. So see, next time we have I have a question, I will write down, and then I will on the spot to ask Ajahn all my questions about my meditations.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
If you cannot meet me on Zoom, you can send it to my assistant at Suchart.com, the website where you can post, you can put in your question.
Yeah. Sure.
On YouTube, and and then I'll post it on YouTube later on. The answer. But this is
Okay.
just
Okay.
this is something impromptu. It's not something fixed. Maybe some when I feel like it, and then I'll get on it.
Yeah.
And then I'll,
Yeah, I feel very happy and lucky to meet Ajahn.
yeah, it's good to talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure. Have a good rest and
Yeah.
take care. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu to you, Ajahn. Okay. Bye bye.
Be healthy and stay.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
I have another person waiting to come in. So,
Yes. Okay. Sadhu. Bye bye.
hi, 1J40M. Can you hear me? If you have the video, could you please start your video? Okay. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, Ajahn.
Good. Where are you from?
I'm calling from South Mekong Delta in Vietnam.
In Vietnam. I see. Which is the name of the town you live in?
It's in An Giang province.
In Sang province. Where
It's
in
right next
Yes.
to Cambodia.
near Cambodia.
Yes.
And
Um,
how did you get to this chat room?
because I followed your talks and also your weekly Dhamma talks on the Facebook.
I see. And so you saw the posting just now.
I just saw it and I was looking forward to it.
Did you have to download the application or you already have the application in your computer?
I use this application to study Pali
Ali,
with teachers teachings here in Vietnam, so I already have it in my computer.
I understand that in Vietnam you have Theravada and also Mahayana Buddhism, right?
I grew up in Mahayana, but I went to the state to study when I was 15. So right after, so I graduated college there and worked for a couple years. But when I came back here, I got to learn more about Buddhism and I got to learn more about the differences. And that's where I decided to go with the early Buddhisms. And that's how I discovered the Thai forest tradition. That's, from your Dhamma talk and from reading your books, that I knew that you also study in California, which is where I did my study.
Where did you study?
I studied accounting.
Where? Which city?
At the University of Southern California in Los Angeles.
To USC, huh?
Yes, it's USC.
It's a prestigious university.
I studied in a liberal art college for the first 2 years to save some money before I transferred to the last 2 years.
This 2-year liberal college is in Los Angeles also?
It is in Portland, Oregon.
One
It's
minute.
Pacific. Yeah, it's called Pacific University.
Good. So how come you decided to come back to Vietnam?
Well, one of the main reason is because my dad passed away. So I thought that to share some responsibility with my mom, so that's why I decided to come back. I graduated only 5 years ago. So I worked there for like 1 year for PricewaterhouseCoopers, like for the accounting firm there.
Yes.
And then it was really hard to get a job there, but I decided to go back anyways. But like there's a lot of decisions there's a lot of happening for the past few years that make me grow more interest in Buddhism and the path itself, because for the past when back in 2014 and 15, I've been reading different type of psychologies, different type of philosophies, and also in a way that trying to make a life to be more meaningful.
Yes.
But I always thought there's something wrong with the materialisms in the West, because even though I thought that I have received a really good education in the West, where they teach you to how to be disciplined, how to be a good social beings, but there's something wrong with their message in terms of consumerism, like spending money and also trying to become efficient in making goods, but at the same time taking a lot of resource from the earth. So I thought it's always contradicting in terms of the message.
Yes.
And so I couldn't find any heroes or idols where I could look up to, especially even I look up to the billionaires like Warren Buffett or Bill Gates. I thought I respect them deeply in terms of their philanthropists. But in a way, when I see because I'm an accountant, when I see the way that how the money got involved, there's always a compromise in terms of their moral. So that's why, and also there's a lot of things happen to me. But for these past years, when I start researching about Buddhism and understanding about the meditation and how the Buddha, and also, Than Ajahn, you and others teachers teachings about this type of happiness that is harmless, I'm really intrigued by that, and that's how I got my. I think that's how I got on touch on your Facebook.
Right. And have you done any practicing? Have you done any meditation?
Yes, I have done the breath meditation. Really just focus on the in and out breath, but in a way that make it comfortable enough. So in a way now I feel the breath is quite. It takes me a long time, like several months to really settle down to the breath. Sometimes I get sleepy, and sometimes I got tired and everything. But up to this point now, I found the breath really energizing, and sometimes I feel like this fully body awareness throughout the day.
Yes.
So in the way that Than Ajahn teaching, I try to be friend with the breath.
That's good. Try to do a lot, as much as you can. Try to increase your meditation, because it's just cause and effect. The more you put in, the more you get out. The more you practice, the more the result you will get. The more calm and peacefulness you will get. So try to take away the time from other things if it's possible, and use the time for your meditation and the study of the Dhamma to enhance your understanding of the practice. I think this will push you forward. Maybe one day you can decide. You might decide you want to become a monk. Right now, I have two persons, one from Indonesia and one from Los Angeles, is getting ready to ordain as a monk. The one from Los Angeles, he's about in his 40s, and he had a good job, but he decided he wants to give up his job and come and become a monk.
I always have an interest concept about love. To be honest with you, Than Ajahn, I never thought of having a family, because the concept of romanticism is really interesting. I understand there's a compassion for it, but in a way, I tend to ask weird question about it. So like, what if I lost an eye? Would you still love me? What if I lost a leg? Would you still love me? And those questions seem to like help me maybe with the like get out of that situation. So in a way that for now I'm trying to train myself to stick with the 5 percept, but I'm working toward the 8 percept now. I hope that my journey will take me further along the way. So I'm 27 now. So I'm not sure when that I will decide to go further along the path. Do you have any recommendation? Because when I read in your books, I know that when you was doing when you was like helping at the ice creams business,
Yes.
You already practicing the 8 percept and also eating 1 per day, but I know it would be really difficult, but yeah, I understand your choice of making, and also for that 1 year. But for me, I'm not sure like what would be the determinant factors for a person to.
For me, I had some experience from my meditation practice. I have some peace, some calm from my meditation practice. So this makes me feel emboldened to give up everything because I know I have something to replace everything that I gave up, which is the result from my meditation. Because I can become happy when I meditate. So I don't need other things to make me happy. So you have to try to practice as much as possible until you get the result. Once you get some of the result, then you will become strong and able to give up more of what you have to rely on right now.
Okay, would you say it's similar to when you practice more in a way that it helped you develop this confidence within yourself, that you trust that you are on the right path?
Because I know how I can control my mind. I can make it happy when I need it to. Although maybe not all the time, but a lot of time, most of the time, I can make myself happy. But sometimes I lose to my craving, lose to my defilement also. But at least I have sometime I win, so it makes me feel that this is the right path for me.
Thank you. I have one more question.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm actually it's just a story that it's just a thing that I wanted to share. I actually asked somebody to ask Ajahn Jeff, like, because I was thinking of going to Thailand for like to stay, at the one of the Wat for 2 weeks or more, just to experience. And Ajahn Jeff Tanisaro, he actually recommended one of the place was yours, but because of the coronavirus, I couldn't able to go.
So you have to wait until this crisis is over when we are allowed to travel again. In the meantime, just stay at your house and you can practice where you are.
Yes, I will try my best in my ability to practice.
Okay, it's nice talking to you. Thank you
for
coming in and share some of your information. I will have this posted later on my Facebook page, so you can see yourself again.
Okay.
This is recorded. I have recorded it. So,
okay, thank you, Ajahn. I appreciate it.
Thank you, and may you stay well and happy and safe. Okay, and keep on meditating and study the Dhamma teaching.
Just give me the push to practice even more.
You have to push yourself. Don't let things happen. It never happens. It only happens when you push yourself. You have to do it. Okay? All right. Thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye, Tanaja.
Okay.